See, this is what I like to see and hear. Now, I would read out the entire comment, but because the comment is so long, TikTok limits the amount of characters, so I'm just going to sum it up. So this person went to a mortgage advisor and they didn't get the answer that they wanted. Decided, all right, cool. Let me go to a second mortgage advisor and didn't get the answer that they wanted. Now, most people at this stage will think, man, it's over, man. This person said no, and then this second person said no, forget it. Nah, this person said, you know what, I'm going to keep carrying on. I'm going to keep going until I get the answer that I wanted. Went to a third mortgage advisor and got the answer that they wanted. Like I said in the previous video, and please, if you lot are watching this right now, male or female, if you don't get the answer that you want from a professional person, try someone else. Go somewhere else. Because you have to understand one thing. These are human beings that you're dealing with, you know. Human beings are very, very flawed and they are full of errors. Plus, certain people, they're like sly haters, yeah? For example, I think it was the second person that I ever done a mentoring session with. Big him up. He's not even from this country. And yeah, he's like, I think 21 or something like that. Old enough to buy a property. The mortgage advisor in his country said to him, don't you think you're a little bit too young to get on a property ladder and become a landlord? When he told me that, I said, what? I was like, all right, hold one sec. How old do you have to be a landlord in your country? He even Google searched it. Well, at least verified, yeah, 21's old enough. This person, this mortgage advisor, this professional person looked at him and thought, nah, I think you're too young. It's not that they're too young. It's you are younger than me, the mortgage advisor. And when I was at your age, I wasn't thinking about that. Human beings are fucking... Listen, don't make me curse too bad word and get this video blocked and banned, you know. But a lot of people out here, professional or not, they're haters. This mortgage advisor who was probably significantly older than this 21-year-old, yeah, probably looked at him and thought, when I was at your age, I was partying and I was doing foolishness and that. You know, I regret, you know what I did when I was your age and that. So, nah, I think you're too young. What do you mean you're too young? If you're old enough to be a landlord, if you're old enough to get a mortgage, then you're old enough. But this is the thing. People will project their own insecurities onto you and that. So don't listen to these people. I can't remember if it was the previous video, obviously the video that this comment was left under. But I remember I went to a dentist and that. And she told me about, oh, my gums are receding. I don't think it's anything mad. Yeah, JY's gums ain't receding, all back hair and madness and that. What I'm saying is there's a bit of recession on man's gums, yeah? And I said to her, so is it repairable? No, it's not repairable. It's impossible to repair it. That's how she was talking, you know. But I went home and Googled it. That's fucking expensive, but it's repairable. Why are you telling me that it's not repairable? Is it because you think I can't afford it? Is it because you think we're on the same salary? Yeah, because certain people... Because they can't afford it, they'll be projecting onto me, oh yeah, it's really expensive and that you can't afford it. No, you can't afford it. Don't project your own rascal bad pockets them onto me. So any of you lot watching this right now, yeah, you speak to a professional person. If they tell you, no, it's not possible and that, think to yourself, although this person is a professional person, they're probably wrong. I don't care who it is. It doesn't even have to be a professional person. It could be your mom. It could be your dad. It could be your pastor at church. Don't listen to them. Yeah, the only advice and mentality you need to have, yeah, the only advice you should listen to and the only mentality you should have is, there's probably a way. You see that mentality there? That will keep you alive on an abandoned island, you know. Think about it. Who's going to have the more positive mindset to get themselves through? The person that thinks, there's no other way, or the person that thinks, nah, there's a way. There's a way. I'm the sort of person, if I land on an abandoned island after I'm shipwrecked and I have a positive mindset thinking, at least I found land. At least I'm not in the middle of the Pacific or Atlantic Ocean. I'll think to myself, you know what? There's a way I can make it. Certain people will be fucking sitting on the island saying kumbaya, yeah? And crying and being depressed and that. Don't get me started about a certain someone, Gary Stevenson, yeah, with them fucking mentality there, boy. He see, Gary Stevenson, yeah, is the sort of person that I say, yeah, it's not possible. Your man Jay Wise will tell you, yo, it's possible. It's possible. Anything's possible. Listen, miracles can fucking happen. I ain't trying to get into the biology of women or anything like that, yeah? But I read the other day on the internet, You know, women have these things. Now, females, yeah, you can attest to this. Women have these things called fallopian tubes. Have you ever heard about women's getting their tubes tied or their tubes cut? It's basically so they can't have babies. It's basically so their egg can't travel or whatever and that. So if a woman has her tubes removed or tubes tied, whatever you want to fucking call it, they can't have babies, yeah? Women can't have babies if they get the tubes removed or tied, yeah? Do you know there's been a number of women in history who have had the tubes removed or tied, whatever you want to fucking call it, yeah? And they've ended up getting pregnant. Miracles can happen, blood. And I'm not a supernatural person. I don't believe in God and the supernatural. But what I'm saying is, my mentality is so positive, although some of you lot may think I come across negative, my mentality is so positive. I feel like, no, anything is possible. It's possible. Even if there's a 1% chance, it's still a possibility. So, yeah, man, if any of these professional people tell you, nah, that's not possible, think to yourself, I'm going to find a way to make it possible. Yeah? Anyway, man, that's it for today, man. Stay away. It's time, man.